What's happening, everybody? Happy Monday to you. John Hendricks here with another episode of The Drive, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook here on Boot Krewe Media. Well, Monday has seen quite a lot of things happen as the NFL's legal tampering period has started. It opened up at 11 o'clock Central Time, 12 Eastern, if you're one of those kind of people, right? But for the Saints, obviously, big news items of the day, talking about the restructures, because they still have a lot of work to do to get under the salary cap, but they are closer to the finish line. So obviously for the first ones, you had Cam Jordan restructure, creating $10 million of space. You have Alvin Kamara restructuring, creating about $7 million in space. And then Marshon Lattimore also is in that category, which should get them a little bit closer. But obviously you got to factor in things like David Onyemata going to the Falcons. And so that is going to tack on some of that dead money, which again, the Saints have to be compliant with the salary cap by Wednesday afternoon with the 3 p.m. deadline. And so they're still going to have some things that they're going to have to look at, but look, it makes it a little bit easier when you are able to do some of these things. Now, obviously they lost David Onyemata and they lost Shy Tuttle to the NFC South rivals, with Onyemata going to the Falcons. And look, we talked about that plenty, that, I wasn't so sure that there would just be one defensive tackle to follow Ryan Nielsen. I think there's probably others. Somebody like a Kentavious Street would make sense to me too. But we'll have to keep an eye on. And Shy Tuttle going to Carolina. So New Orleans is going to be in line for a complete defensive makeover on the interior, as it seems right now. They definitely lost two guys that did a lot of things for them in the middle and were, big starters for him. Obviously shared a lot of the reps. Onyemata and Tuttle were two starters. They also have Malcolm Roach, which is a restricted free agency. They're not expected to tender him. And so we'll kind of have to see how it plays out. And you can make the case that they may try to go for a defensive tackle, but for now they have got closer to get to the salary cap, but there are going to be other things to watch. See if Jameis Winston comes back on a renegotiated deal. Marcus Davenport's obviously expected to test the market. So the Saints, although they are chipping away at this, which is making people just absolutely lose their mind, they are finding a way. And again, you have to be under the cap before the new league year starts, and they'll find a way to do that. We'll keep it tuned to Boot Krewe Media for the latest and greatest, and a lot more coming. Busy week ahead. Saints free agency. Don't expect them to be super shoppers at the beginning of it. Don't expect them to make big splashes either. But they are going to have to address some needs between now and the draft, and we'll be here to cover and break them all down. On behalf of Boot Krewe Media, thank you guys. Don't forget to use that code BOOT to get your promo money from DraftKings Sportsbook. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.